You're watching 2014 Ball Media Days, and joining us today from Texas is head coach Hannah Long and senior libero Chandler Lentz of the Southwestern Pirates. And first of all, we want to thank both of you so much for taking the time out and joining us this morning.
Thanks for doing this for us. It's great publicity for our volleyball programs in the SCAC and Southwestern.
We're happy to do it, Coach. We'll start with you. It was a great year last year for your team. You had an SCAC title appearance, went to the regional semifinals, and two very tough losses with a semi-young team. What does those experiences do for this team going into 2014?
I think having a large group of returners really helps with our confidence because when you have people that have been in those games and had those challenges, when we reach similar challenges this year, which there will be, I think they can come from a place of experience, and that's very, very helpful for us.
Coach, share with us your expectations going into 2014.
Well, I mean, I think everybody's like, oh, do you expect this? I think every year is a new year. You lose players, you add players. You've got to approach every season like a brand new team and find what's going to work best for our team this year and go as far as we can with it. I think we play in a great conference, which is awesome. We're just a great volleyball conference, and there's going to be a lot of competition throughout the year, and we have a tough schedule. So we're just going to try to become the best team that we can be.
Chandler, just tell me about, your coach mentions it is a tough conference. You get a lot of competition week in and week out in the conference. And then, of course, as your coach mentioned, you also play a tough schedule. Just tell me that tough competition, that tough schedule, how does that prepare you in a national stage when y'all reach a regional or something like that?
Definitely. Our conference is competitive top to bottom. There's not a single game that we can take lightly. So we always have to come in with the right mentality, kind of confident throughout every single game, because come November there are no off games, so you just kind of have to embrace it, kind of run with it a little bit. So we're excited though. Our conference is competitive top to bottom, so it makes it exciting every single weekend.
Chandler, I'll stay with you. Just share with me the excitement level, the energy level, just to get back on the court, going through camp, and to get ready to start a new season this weekend.
Definitely, especially these past couple of days, you can really tell people are itching to kind of get started already. We've been here for about a little over a week now, almost coming up on the 2-week mark. So kind of, I think we're just ready to play some other people rather than each other. So we're excited for this weekend.
Coach, tell me, throughout camp and preseason, what have you seen from this team that you really like?
I think that they came in really prepared. Their fitness level is really good as a whole, as a team. So I appreciated that. You can tell that they did the work in the summer. I also see that we're kind of bringing in our new players. That's been really nice to see that our new players are kind of incorporating themselves well with the team. And like Chandler said, I mean, I think we're kind of okay. We're done playing each other. We want to play somebody else now because you start getting to know your own team real well when you scrimmage them every other day. So I think we're kind of ready to play somebody else. So,
Coach, tell me about you have your senior and Chandler to your right. You have a handful of juniors as well. How vital will they be in a leadership role, and how vital will they be to the team's success?
Oh, I think, it's immeasurable how vital that group is. You said we finished the season well. Well, we finished the season well with the majority of our team being sophomores that were playing on the floor. And so then as juniors, they are now upperclassmen. And they really have a responsibility to teach our, incoming freshmen for sure, but also our sophomores kind of their experience in growing up with our program. And I think you can't even put a measure on how important that's going to be for our team.
Chandler, hearing that as the senior on this team, just what does it mean to you to be a leader on this team? How important is it for you to be a leader on this team?
I can tell it's definitely going to be important, especially these past couple of days. I've seen how the underclassmen kind of mirror what the upperclassmen end up doing. So we kind of have to be stable in every single aspect of our games in order for them to kind of have confidence in us. But I'm expecting great things from the junior class as leaders, especially. They've been there for this will be our third year together. And they did an excellent job last season as sophomores, so I'm really excited to see what they're going to bring to the table this year. But as far as my personal game, I just have to stay consistent throughout the game.
You are watching the 2014 SCAC Volleyball Media Days with head coach Hannah Long and senior libero Chandler Lentz of the Southwestern Pirates. Coach, I'll come back to you. Tell me just about these returners that we've talked about, the roles they're going to play throughout the season as you push forward.
I mean, obviously, we've got a 4-year starter in Chandler. I mean, she was a regular rotation DS as a freshman and then has been our starting libero since she was a sophomore. You know, I think liberos and setters, they have the most contacts in volleyball. They touch the ball more than anybody else. So having stability in that position is really, really important. Similarly, returning our 2 main setters from last year to this season adds some stability for us. They were both freshmen last year. So as sophomores, having 1 year of college volleyball under their belt, I think it's really going to prove well for our team. And then, you know, like I said, that sophomore group becoming juniors, you know, last year for most of them was their first year in a main starting role. And it took them a while to kind of get used to being the go-to players and being in that situation consistently. But now having done that for a season, I think they're more ready to take on the role of, I am the go-to player. I am the one that's going to see the ball when the game is on the line. I am the one that's expected to get a good quality serve receive pass, you know, at 22 all. And I think that having done that last year, sophomores are a little bit better prepared this year.
Chandler, share with me some goals that you have for yourself in 2014 and maybe some team goals that have been set for 2014.
I think personally, I'm just going to really challenge myself to stay really stable throughout every single game. Kind of being the rock behind the team. I am the only senior, but I'm kind of excited about it. I'm not going to approach it as a burden or anything. But I think we're really excited for the season. We have high expectations because we did do so well last year. But, you know, we kind of will go as far as we can go.
Coach, we've talked about the returners. Tell me a little bit about your newcomers. What have you seen from them throughout camp, throughout the preseason, and what are you kind of expecting to see from them as a whole throughout the season?
I think last year we had 5 freshmen, and at one point in the season, all 5 of them started. And, you know, now they're sophomores. And then this year we only have 3 freshmen. We lost 4 seniors, so we only brought in 3 freshmen. And I've really seen that they have been challenging our returners on the floor on a regular basis. And, you know, I consider them similarly to last year's freshmen, that they have major roles and potentially major impacts for our team. I've been very impressed with how they came in. It can be nervous being a freshman on a established team, and I think that they've come in and really adjusted well. You know, it took them some time, but they're finally talking on the court, and I expect great things from all 3 of them.
We'll get you both out on this final question. Chandler, we'll start with you. For the Southwestern Pirates to reach its goals and expectations in 2014, what will be some of the keys to success?
I think everyone kind of has to be ready to play at any time. Like Coach Long said, anyone can play on this team. And as far as there are different grades, but like when we're on the court, it's basically like we're all the same because anyone can play at any time. So in order for us to be successful, we just have to approach every single game with the right mentality and be technically sound in all of our touches and everything.
Coach, I'll ask you the same question. What will be some of the keys to success?
I think kind of echoing on what Chandler said, one of the reasons last year we had so many freshmen starting at different points in the season is you can never predict how a season goes. You know, injuries happen, people going to weddings, other things, like you just never know what's going to happen in the course of the season. And for us to achieve our goals, everybody has to be ready every game when it's their turn to show what they can contribute. And then on top of that, I think consistency is going to be a big thing for us as a team. Younger teams tend to struggle with that. As an older team, I expect us to be much more consistent game in and game out.
You have been watching the 2014 SCAC Volleyball Media Days with head coach Hannah Long and senior libero Chandler Lentz of the Southwestern Pirates. And again, we want to thank both of you so much for taking the time out and joining us this morning. And we wish you good luck in 2014.
Thank you very much.
Thanks so much.